Senator Brannigan, Representative Perry, and honorable members of the Health and Human Services Committee. My name is Alan Marks. I've come from the San Francisco Bay Area, California, to tell you my story. Thank you for allowing me to do so at this time. The summer before last, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. I had a craniotomy, my skull was cut open, and a golf ball-sized tumor was removed from my brain. It was malignant, and it was my death sentence. Of course, I was angry, but also needed the answer to the question, why me? Why did this happen to me? My medical records were sent to doctors and scientists around the world, and they determined that my brain tumor was directly attributable to my long-term use of my cell phone. I then heard stories of many brain tumor patients that were in the same situation as me. Sadly, many much younger than me, and many no longer alive. My profession is real estate development and sales. I used the cell phone for over 20 years for about 10,000 lifetime hours. I always held my phone to my right ear, and my tumor is on the right side of my head. It's ironic that the very thing that aided me to do my business ruined my ability to do business and will kill me. I have an invisible disability. The surgery left a large cavity in my brain, and I have cognitive deficits. It hurts me terribly to see the negative impact this has had on my wife and our 3 children, who I adore. I wish I could go back 23 years and start over by never holding anything like that to my head. But I can't. All I can do is let others know my story. I'm proud of my wife, Ellie, to see how she has turned her hurt and her anger into advocating so that others don't have to suffer like me. Every day is a struggle for me, and with my deficits, interfere greatly with my work. I cannot multitask as I used to. I cannot concentrate as I used to. I can't find the words to grow my thoughts. I'm 58, and I can't afford to stop working. Living expenses don't disappear when one has a brain tumor. It's a struggle no one should ever have to experience. I worry constantly about how I'll manage when I can no longer work, and how Ellie and my family will manage when I'm no longer alive. This is an insidious disease. There is conclusive evidence that cell phones cause brain tumors like mine, yet the cell phone industry continues to deny any correlation between the two. They care more about the bottom line profits, and this is a reckless disregard for human life. The industry continues to make these deadly phones, and the federal regulatory systems has failed and continues to fail consumers by succumbing to constant industry political pressure. Cell phones are a recent addition to our lives and our culture. There's no turning back. They're here to stay. People need to be warned how dangerous they are, and they need to be warned how to use them in a way that limits their health risks. Without taking simple precautions, a cell phone is no different than putting a gun to your head. Not properly used, cell phones kill. When you put the phone to your head, you are unknowingly playing Russian roulette. The cell phone industry knows what they are doing, covering up the issue, putting a spin on the studies, creating misleading propaganda, putting political pressure on lawmakers. This is tobacco all over again. If the cell phone industry has the money to design very appealing packaging, they have the money for a warning label to let public know the truth about the product. You need to protect the great citizens of Maine by warning them. You can lead the country in acknowledging the potential risks of cell phones and doing something about it. I congratulate you for that. Your warning label is correct and need not be compromised. Cell phone use is especially dangerous for children, and children mimic their parents. Thus, a strong, correct warning label will educate adults as they begin safe use. Their children will follow. Education without a warning label will not work. The cell phone industry did not warn me, government did not warn me, and it's too late for me, for Dan or Paul, for Rich or Teresa, for Brett or Dana, for Ted, for Johnny, and for hundreds of thousands of others. But I stand before you humbly begging you to pass LD 1706 to help save others from our fate. It's your obligation and your good fortune to be able to do so. Thank you.